Hi, I'm Meghan Espalin, and this is AskADopeChick.
All right, so welcome to the second installment of AskADopeChick. My dope chick for the day is Miss Meghan Espalin. I'll do this similar to how I did Anastasia's. I'll qualify some of her dopeness in advance. Meghan is a mother, a model, and she works in the medical profession. So I'm going to try to break this down per all those characteristics and just get to know her a little bit better. So she is a Philly area native, and I won't give too much information about her because if we start stalking her, it'll be my fault, and I don't want that to go down. All right, so first things first, because I'm a dad, I want to talk about you being a mom.
All right.
What is it like to be a mother? Because I will never know that.
Being a mother is being pulled in different directions like 24/7.
Do you feel like being a mom and also having two careers, do you think, or are you hoping that you're inspiring your daughter? Do you feel pulled in too many directions at one time? Like what's that like?
I'm trying to inspire her and just kind of make a statement for her, just to show her that you can do whatever you want and do it all, no matter what, because that is one of the reasons why I got into modeling. Was after I had Hadley, my daughter's name.
That's hard to say. I had Hadley.
I had Hadley. But once I had her, it really inspired me to actually get into something that I really wanted to do my whole life that I was always afraid of before. But
So why were you afraid of stepping into modeling?
I didn't know anyone in the profession, and no one in my family knew anything about it, so they were always kind of like, you know, you need to be careful in that, and you know.
There's a lot of outside noise, so don't mind us. Maybe some editing will take place here. So, you didn't know anyone who was doing it. There was a lot of fear stepping into that realm.
Yeah.
So what would you say like was the final push to say, you know what, I'm gonna model?
So having Hadley really just made me, that was the momentum that got it going, and
Okay.
then I actually was in Macy's on Halloween night.
Okay. This sounds like a good story. Like,
yeah.
I was at Macy's on Halloween.
Yeah, and I wanted to get my makeup done because I was, you know, Bellatrix Lestrange from Harry Potter, so I needed some badass makeup that I couldn't do.
And profanity is fine here. We can curse.
So I went to the Mac counter, and one of the guys working there all I wanted to do was actually get fake eyelashes because I did some of the makeup myself, and then I asked him if he could help put them on for me, and he's like, just sit in the chair, girl. And then he started doing, like, fixing my entire face.
All right.
And then
That's when you get the hookup, you can't say no.
yeah, it's like, okay. And he just kind of did what he did, and he was like a true artist himself, so I started asking more about him, and he did so much. And then he was like, you should really go into modeling, and gave me his card, gave me his like Instagram.
So it was one of those like true serendipitous moments. Like you had been thinking about it for so long, and then
Yes.
something gave you that like final, I would say like artistic kick.
Yeah, and that's what it was. It was like he kind of, I don't know.
He brought that last little bit out of you. Like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm doing this now.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Now that like you've been modeling for how long now?
Almost a year, a full year. Well, I took a break. So when I first had my first photo shoot done, it was like November of last year, and then I didn't do anything because the holidays were crazy. So, and then I resumed again in like February. So.
Okay. So you've been modeling for a year. What does Hadley think when she sees like pictures or videos of you modeling? Has she seen any? It's a question actually.
She has. She's like, she sees pictures and she always is like, mommy, 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 that's my mommy. But she doesn't really.
Is that cool for you? Like when you see that, though, it's like, oh, my daughter like thinks this is cool just because it's mommy.
Yeah, I think it's cute. I try not to like push it on her, like look what mommy does, but
you should be doing this.
Yeah.
No, it's I don't take that as your MO. So here's my backstory of meeting and knowing Meghan. Meghan kept popping up in my Instagram feed for like Philly fashion and style people, and I started following her. But I tried not to follow her like a creep because I was like, I feel that the whole, when you're modeling and you're on social media, specifically Instagram, people can hop into your world and do some like real creepy shit. And I was like, well, people know who I am. So I was like, hopefully she just sees like, oh, this is someone from Philly. He does like men's fashion. So I reached out to her, and I actually had her come by my office like pretty recently just to like chit chat. And I actually invited her to an event first.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing some stuff with spin ping pong. And then I was like, all right, she's cool. She recognizes I'm a normal person. So I felt comfortable inviting her here. So words to the wise, if you're gonna like meet someone just on some friend shit, be normal. If you can, be normal. So that's how we met. So we actually don't know each other that well. So this is more me getting to know her too. But I do know, in terms of your career, you also work in like a medical profession. Can you talk about like what you do? You don't have to say where you work, but what you do.
Yeah, so I work on a telemetry unit at a hospital.
So what does that mean, telemetry?
So everyone's like hooked up to the heart monitors. Their hearts need to be watched. Doesn't necessarily mean they all have, you know,
heart issues.
Yeah.
But it's just to make sure like everything's ticking the right way.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like a step up from, you know, your normal med-surg floor. And it's pretty crazy. I work 12-hour shifts, 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
But it's good because I was in nursing school when I found out I was pregnant with Hadley. So I was on the route to becoming a nurse.
So do you think, obviously modeling has become important to you in being in the medical profession, I guess prior to having Hadley and still with Hadley is also important to you. Do you see yourself moving back towards the medical profession? Still trying to manage both, like where's your career going?
Definitely want to go back to school. So I was actually minoring in nutrition while I was in nursing school, and now that I'm in the hospital and submerged into that, I think I'm going to go back for nutrition. And the ultimate goal would be to be a registered dietitian.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you follow her on Instagram, your Instagram handle is at
Meg Espa. It's just
so Meg Espa. So at MEGESPA.
Yep.
So if you follow her, obviously you're gonna see like some stuff for her modeling, but you'll see some fitness stuff. You're a very fit chick.
So, I try.
What would you say, like, part of it might be genetic because you're very toned, but a lot of it goes into like your regimen. Do you really follow? Do you count macros and things like that, or do you just work out and eat? What's your routine for staying fit?
So,
I might put some pictures in, so like don't go hooting and hollering, but she got abs, yo. Shit is crazy.
I try to. So running has been one of the crucial things that I've been into lately. I love being outside and just getting out of the house. It's one of the things that like gets me going to start my day out. So I always start with like a morning run, and just throughout the day I always try to pick the healthier options when it comes to things, or like eating out. I don't have like a super strict diet because I love sweets, like this plate of
yeah, we got chocolate croissants. You can have one. Probably not on camera because it probably just be like all over your face, but
yeah, like that.
Post.
I would eat, you know. So I don't like restrict myself from anything, but I definitely try to. It's just all about balance, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this whiskey real quick. So I'm gonna go back to modeling for a second. Now that you've been in the modeling game for a year, can you talk about what you think your biggest accomplishment has been in modeling? Because I know she does some modeling for what you call like a lingerie store, like here in Philly. Hope Chess. Shout out to Hope Chess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop that in. And you also just came off Philly Fashion Week. So I know I've seen a lot of your Hope Chess stuff, and your Philly Fashion Week coverage was great. Talk about like what has been your biggest modeling achievement of the year.
The Philly Fashion Week was probably the biggest achievement so far. I mean, it was super fun too, just to walk on the runway. It was a huge adrenaline rush. So after
well, talk about what you did during Philly Fashion Week. Like how many shows, or like, because I know you closed out some shows, you opened some shows. Talk about that, because I feel like as a new model that has to be a crazy experience.
Yeah. So Philly Fashion Week was just this past week. So I walked Monday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. And Saturday night was like the funnest night for me, I'd say. I loved the designers I walked for, and actually the one designer got added in that like last minute that week. He wasn't even supposed to be on the roster, and he was the opening designer on Saturday, which was like the big night. And I ended up walking for him, and that was really cool. And then I closed with the other designer, Shelly Juliana.
Okay. What would you think, or what would you say that you've learned about yourself now as a model? Like, what would you learn, like, intrinsically about yourself that you never thought? Like, damn, as a model now, I found this level of confidence or something, or is there something that you can take away from modeling that you've kind of spread across your life?
So I think it's just ultimately, like what I was saying before, just not to be afraid of anything, which was always on the more reserved side. So it's really just trying to like coax myself every day to just keep going with it, and I just have to like mentally talk myself to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and just do things that I never would have done before. And it is like a process, you know, it's not easy for me to do, but like now that I'm in it and you know, going with it, it's been easier to just go with it.
So I've been to a lot of fashion shows. Obviously, I'm in the menswear end, but I've been to some stuff and I've been backstage a lot. What would you say as a model, before you got in and out your end, were some common misconceptions that you had that may have been debunked? Or something that you learned about modeling, you're like, shit, I had no idea it was like this.
Yeah, it's a lot of waiting around and just like thinking about actually doing that every day or just 24/7. And like, it is actually a big commitment, which, you know, before I always just thought it seemed like so much fun, or that it would be fun 24/7, but it's a lot. The process is. And that sounds so bougie saying that.
And that was a very reserved answer, but now that you say it though, it's 100% correct, because like I've walked in one show. I'm not a model by any means, even though you see me taking pictures. And I was back there one time at a show, and like we're back there for like an hour, and I walked in one look.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. Like, we're done. It was like a fun experience, but like
right.
The waiting, and I don't think about it. I didn't think about it till you just brought that up, but it's a lot of waiting back there.
It is. We the show on Friday and Saturday night didn't start till 8 p.m. and I was there, had to be there by 11 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of time.
It was a lot of time just waiting. I mean, I had so much fun though. Like just, you know, being with all the other models and the girls, I met a lot of people. So
since we're on the modeling track and we're talking, it's gonna lead into some style. Because I'm Men's Style Pro, I have to ask like a men's style specific question. Because you know, I know you follow fashion enough.
Yes.
What trends would you say in men's style do you wish that you would see end? And what stuff do you really like about men's style? Like if you see a guy wearing a certain thing, like, oh, that's dope. Mm-hmm. Or you see guys wearing certain shit, you're like, please don't do that to anybody else.
So I'd have to say the ones that I never want to see anyone in are the men's rompers. I'm sorry, but just not into
Wait,
that.
did you hear that? I wish I could like zoom in. She's not about those romp hymns or the romper, because romp hymn I think is an actual brand name for the men's rompers. So what about the romper thing is like not for you?
I just don't like it.
It's just. So we're gonna leave it right there, clean, conservative cut. We're not about that life.
Just don't like it, yeah.
So what do you like about, what things in men's style do you like? Or something that you see like, all right, that's dope.
So, I'm really into just, actually, what you have on right now. It reminds me of like very like Leonardo DiCaprio and Romeo and Juliet.
Yo, hold on. So Romeo and Juliet is my jam.
Yes, that had like the best style in it. It was like such an underrated movie, I thought.
I have it on DVD. I watch it all the time. All right, didn't mean to cut her off, but I'll let you finish.
So I'm really digging that, how that's kind of like in right now in men's fashion. You know, I really dug it on him in that movie, and I feel like it's finally just coming.
And this wasn't even planned. I was feeling my vibe today, so.
Yeah,
damn,
I love that.
A Curse on Both Your Houses.
Yeah.
That's my movie, yo.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch that tonight because of you. I'm gonna have to send you some snaps on that. I love that movie.
Me too.
And wait, how do you feel about The Beach? You ever watch The Beach? Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen that one.
Leonardo DiCaprio. It's in the same, it might be a year after Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
Style-wise, it's very like, we're shipwrecked, but like, same vibe.
Okay.
So, see The Beach. If you haven't seen The Beach, watch that movie. It's a crazy movie in terms of I'll say the psychology of the movie is a little bit nuts. It'll make you feel a little bit anxiety-ridden, but give it a try. So, I'm gonna ask you a couple of rapid-fire questions. Okay. I just thought of them right now, so this wasn't even planned.
Alright.
Alright.
Bring it on.
I'm guessing you're a music fan.
Yes.
What kind of music do you like?
So I love Lana Del Rey. That's just kind of my go-to whenever I'm driving around on the way to work, gigs, anything. It just kind of gets me in the zone.
All right, so Lana Del Rey or Alicia Keys?
Lana Del Rey.
Drake or Kendrick Lamar?
Drake.
Oh, she's about the 6 life. Okay. Whiskey, which you just had some, or a Rioja? Something about that wine life.
So I don't really know what it is.
So a Rioja, it's like Argentinian wine.
Okay.
It's because I feel like you're a wine drinker.
I am.
So you're like reds or white?
Red. Well, actually, in the winter I prefer red because it warms me up, and summer I go.
So you're whiskey or wine then?
Depends on my mood.
I feel like she's about to surprise me. Like, you know what, whiskey.
Yeah, like I want to say whiskey, but
It's whiskey. It's whiskey. No, I'm in. I'm just gonna take that one. So, would you rather be running or biking?
running.
Running. Okay. And summer or winter?
Summer.
You're
Hands down summer.
What's your least favorite time of the year in terms of season?
Winter.
You're an anti-winter person?
I'm an anti-winter
High five to
person.
that. I hate winter, so I'm glad winter's not a real, like a person, because winter would be trying to kill me. I hate winter with passion.
Yes.
All right, so we're coming towards the end of AskADopeChick, and I know, don't be sad, but yo, feel free to follow her. She's a great follow in terms of just like style inspo, following her modeling career because it's blooming right now. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna finish right here. You're 26 years old, right?
Yes.
I gave her age, and she just started modeling within the past year. What do you feel? Do you feel that it was good for you to start modeling later, in terms of like where you are right now because you've had such success within this 1 year, or do you wish you had done it sooner?
So sometimes being around so many young girls that are even younger than me and doing all this, you know, at first I kind of felt like it was a disadvantage, but now I think just knowing everything and having all the life experiences, it has kind of just helped me make smarter decisions. Like, whereas stuff was being thrown at me when I was 18, like, I don't know if I would have made the best decisions.
You've been cutting up.
Yeah.
Do you also feel that being a mom as well kind of helps inform the way you approach modeling?
It does.
And being a mom of a young daughter.
So.
Or does that not factor for you right now, just being a mom in general?
I go back and forth all the time, and it's so hard. It's always like an internal debate. I love that so many like feminists are coming forward and
Right.
you know, kind of empowering women to dress how they want and like, you know, be sexy and wear what you want. But also sometimes as a mom, I'm like, should I be doing this? Wearing these, I don't know. It's like a debate I have all the time, but I also just don't want my daughter to be afraid or to be, I don't know, sexualized her entire life.
Right.
You know?
And also feel like she's limited, that she can't be a sexy person as she gets older.
Yeah.
Like, want her to feel like she should have choices because she shouldn't.
Exactly. And that's why I am all about this movement, because it's something that I've always kind of had known, you know, when I was younger, but I didn't really exactly have the vocabulary for it yet.
Gotcha.
At a younger age.
Do you, right now, and looking long term, do you have a ultimate goal for modeling? Like, if you could see yourself doing something in modeling, like, what's your, like, this is the shit I want to do?
Yeah, I don't have a specific goal. I just want to keep going with it, and see where it takes me.
Alright. So, in true AskADopeChick fashion, the final question is, I'm going to ask you, actually I'll just do this one. What would you say the dopest thing about you is? Because I know it's a hard question to answer.
Yeah, it's a tough question.
I'll give you 2 options.
Okay.
You can say something about being a mom, you can do something in your career, or you can culminate whatever you want to do. But what makes you dope?
What makes me dope? I think I just have a really open mind. Honestly, it's just, I'm a very go with the flow person, and I kind of just like, I don't really like being labeled as one specific thing. I want to be able to do anything really.
So your ability to, and your willingness to do anything makes you dope.
Yes.
That is dope. I feel like there's a lot of women who feel restricted, and it's probably partially the patriarchy's fault about what they can do. So it's cool. Like, one of the reasons why I reached out to Meghan was because, like, I saw what you were doing, and it didn't seem like a contrived type of thing. I feel like when you look at, especially younger girls, you know, I'm not calling you like a young girl, but people who are younger than you, they get into the social media game and they want to do modeling and things like that, but I feel like they almost abuse themselves a little bit in terms of how they want people to see them because they're trying to be put on really quickly. But I think you did it in a very professional manner, and you carry yourself in like such a cool way. I'm like, yo, even though, like, if you go to her Instagram, you're gonna see her in lingerie and all this stuff, but you also see her being a mom most of the time, and then you see her going to work in the medical profession. So it shows, and that's something I preach a lot, is that you don't have to be one thing, like you just said.
Right, and that's something that I just want to be able to do. I just want to be able to do whatever I want to do without feeling judged in my other areas, you know, because sometimes it took me a while to come open to my coworkers at the hospital about the modeling thing because I felt a little bit like, oh, I don't know.
Like it's a little taboo for the most part?
Yeah, exactly. But I just want to be able to do anything without, you know, feeling judged.
If you can impart one word of advice or something, a quip that will help someone who's an aspiring model or someone who wants to get into nutrition or a medical field, you give them some like words of wisdom. That was a lot. I just gave you like too much stuff. Like, hey, you want to do this, you want to do that, try this.
I mean, that sounds so cliche, but just do it. Just do what you really want at the end of the day. Because I think one of the other things is, like, we are coming to a time now where a lot of people aren't afraid to do their passions. Yeah.
I would never ask anyone this question, but what would you tell someone not to do?
I wouldn't tell anyone to not do anything. I mean, I really try to, like, I really do try to be open-minded to everything because you just don't ever know what a person is going through or what has happened to them in their life. So I really just try to keep an open-minded approach in anything, really.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So, if you want to follow Meghan, I'll drop her social media handle in one of these places. I'm gonna do it with two hands this time so I can put it wherever. I'll drop some pictures in here and there so you can see like some of the work she's doing. And follow her. She's dope. And thanks for coming to Ask a Dope Chick.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.